This is Audible.
Recorded Books presents The Mercy of Gods, Book 1 of The Captives' War, by James S.A. Corey, narrated by Jefferson Mays. Part 1. Before. You ask, how many ages had the Carryx been fighting the Long War? That is a meaningless question. The Carryx ruled the stars for epochs. We conquered the Asia, and Kuxt, and outdreamt the eyeless ones. We burned the Logothetes until their worlds were wind-swept glass. You wish to know of our first encounter with the enemy, but it seems more likely to me that there were many first encounters spread across the face of distance and time in ways that simultaneity cannot map. The ending, though. I saw the beginning of that catastrophe. It was the abasement of an insignificant world that called itself Anjiin. You can't imagine how powerless and weak it seemed. We brought fire, death, and chains to Anjiin. We took from it what we deemed useful to us, and culled those who resisted. And in that is our regret. If we had left it alone, nothing that came after would have been as it was. If we had burned it to ash and moved on, as we had done to so many other worlds, I would not now be telling you the chronicle of our failure. We did not see the adversary for what he was, and we brought him into our home. From the final statement of Ekur Taklal, Keeper Librarian of the Human Moiety of the Carryx. Chapter 1. Later, at the end of things, Dafyd would be amazed at how many of the critical choices in his life seemed small at the time, how many overwhelming problems he had with the distance of time proved trivial. Even when he sensed the gravity of a situation, he often attributed it to the wrong things. He dreaded going to the end-of-year celebration at the Scholars' Common that last time, but not, as it turned out, for any of the reasons that actually mattered. You biologists are always looking for the starting point, asking the origin question, sure, but if you want to see origins, the tall, lanky man at Dafyd's side said, pointing a skewer of grilled pork and apple at his chest. Then, for a moment, the man drunkenly lost his place. If you want to see origins, you have to look away from your microscopes. You have to look up. That's true, Dafyd agreed. He had no idea what the man was talking about, but it felt like he was being reprimanded. Deep sensor arrays. We can make a telescope with a lens as wide as the planet, effectively as wide as the planet, wider even. Not that I do that anymore. Near field. That's where I work now. Dafyd made a polite sound. The tall man pulled a cube of pork off the skewer, and for a moment it looked like he'd drop it down into the courtyard. Dafyd imagined it landing in someone's drink in the common below. After a moment, the tall man regained control of his food and popped it into his mouth. His voice box bobbed as he swallowed. I'm studying a fascinating anomalous zone just at the edge of the heliosphere that's barely a light-second wide. Do you have any idea how small that is for conventional telescopy? I don't, Dafyd said. Isn't a light-second actually kind of big? The tall man deflated. Compared with the heliosphere, it's really, really small. He ate the rest of the food, chewing disconsolately, and put the skewer